The last discussion under chapter 3 is metamorphic rock, and we divide the discussion into three different areas. The first one is formation, second is type of metamorphism, and the last part will be the characteristic of metamorphic rock. So in formation, what you need to know is the metamorphism, the process, and then what are the agents of metamorphism. Next, for types of metamorphism, you have 5 different types, which are content, regional, dynamic, retrograde, and auto metamorphism. The last is the characteristic of metamorphic rock, and it is divided into two, which are foliated and non-foliated. Okay, let's see in details what is metamorphic rock and what is the process to form from original rock to a new rock, what we call it as metamorphic rock. Let's see the word meta and the word morph. This is a two word. Meta is change and morph is form or shape. So combine these two words, it is the process to change one subject or one material to form to new material. Let's say you have rock A, and this rock A undergo metamorphism and new rock will form, which is rock B. And what are the agents to the process of metamorphism? The agents are pressure, temperature, and also chemical impact. Okay, this agent will impose direct transformation on the mineral to produce either new types of rock or either new related occurrence. Okay, the visual to show you how rock A transform to rock B. This is the best visual that you can provide to explain for the change. And we have rock A right now here. This rock A have the material A, B, and C. And then metamorphism happen. So next you get new product or new rock which now have the mineral A, then D, E, and F. Okay, some minerals, the original mineral might maintain in the formation, and then you get new mineral which is D, E, and F. So to discuss for the metamorphism, we discuss in detail each of these metamorphism agent. The first one is temperature, second pressure, and the last one is chemical action fluid. So temperature or heat, if the temperature is high enough, it can change the original rock to a new one. And the changes happen because of, in order to restore equilibriums in rock, because the rock has been subjected with new environment. So this is the visual that you can show how temperature will affect into the formation of metamorphic rock. Okay, what are the source of heat? Okay, when you go deeper inside the earth crust, the heat or the temperature is increased. And of course, you know that deep inside the earth structure, we do have the zone what we call as molten rock, or the zone of this the occupied by magma. So this magma also is the source of heat. Okay, what will happen in this gray zone here? The original rock will transform to new rock, and that's rock we call as metamorphic rock. Okay, for each or for the depth of 15 kilometer, the temperature inside the earth is about 300 degrees Celsius. So this temperature is sufficient for recrystallization for some minerals to begin. Or the other things that you can think about, if you have food, this is a raw food, and then you put this raw food on the top of your pan and you provide heat here. So next what you find is this food is cooked. Okay, what happened is the food is changed internally, even though you cannot see the change in terms of the shape, but inside the food it has changed some of its structure, and then from raw food you get a cooked food. That is the same thing happened to metamorphic rock. So next, you can describe under the agent of pressure. So the effect of pressure varies at different depth in the crust. Okay, let's compare these two rock. This is rock A located here, and this is rock B located deep inside the earth crust. And this is surface of the earth. Okay, let's see what is experienced by A. This is all the pressure will be put on A, and this is all the pressure that will be put on B. So if you go deeper, the pressure is higher. At a shallow depth, okay, this is shallow, very near to the earth's surface, the temperature are relatively cold and brittle, so they can be altered, for example fracture or crack when subjected to high pressure. At greater depth, rocks are much softer because of high temperature. So at the shallow condition, the rock is also experiencing change in form, but it is more to subjected to high pressure, and it can fracture or crack. But if you go deeper inside the earth crust, this zone, the rock is softer because of the temperature soften the rock, and the change because of more pressure put on the rock. Okay, in the region of plastic deformation, pressure influences the types of new mineral form and are more tightly packed atomic structure, and thus has greater density. And it's also happened to the zone that tectonic activity took place, and a lot of collision happened, the collision of tectonic plates, so new material or new rock will form. Okay, this is pressure will change the original rock here A and to the new metamorphic rock B. Internally, the structure is scattered, but when you put pressure, direct pressure, okay, this structure has been arranged in new manner, and the new arrangement of a rock is also one part of metamorphism. Okay, the last one is chemical action fluid. This is more to chemical interaction inside the minerals. To compare with temperature and heat, chemical action is more related to fluid and the transfer of ion. You have the basic of chemicals, so inside minerals there's iron, and this iron can be transferred and form a new minerals. Okay, what happened for chemical action fluid? Okay, this solution, which travel through the pores and crack of the rock, add and remove various ions and molecules as the reaction occurs. So this is more likely in terms of chemical reaction. Okay, what can be derived? It is from entrapped water in parent sedimentary rock at time of deposition. You know the formation of sedimentary rock, right? And sedimentary rock must be transported by transportation agent like a river, some sort like that transportation happen. And river is water, so during the transportation, and that process might entrap some water. And also the water is from large watery liquid and vapor from magma, and some amount of water from hydrous minerals. Okay, and that is all to describe for the formation of metamorphic